Ladies, what's not as attractive or sexy as men think it is? Telling me that you're an alpha. It makes you come across as an insecure loser. It also reminds me of that line Tywin Lannister says to Joffrey in God. A man who has to say I'm the king is no true king. Or something. Is this an actual thing? To say it out loud? That does indeed sound like they would be trying to convince themselves more than anything else. Oh, it absolutely is. Hell, I'm a guy and I've had dudes tell me they're the alpha. It's hilarious. Bragging? I guess when it turns to smugness. It's really unattractive. I like confidence. Not bold declarations of your assholery. Bragging about all the women they've slept with. I can't imagine a woman's first thought not being this idiot can't keep anything to himself or a walking anonymous STD email warning. Bold words. Coming from you /69 pussy destroyers. I knew this one guy in college who would make wild assumptions about women off of a small comment of theirs. Probably with good intentions to connect with them and show he's paying attention. But they would never be right and it put all of us off immediately. Example. My girlfriend. Man. I'm not excited for this biology test on Monday. Him. Oh. So science doesn't make a lot of sense to you? Girl. That's my major. I was just saying how early the test is. Him. Oh. So you hate mornings? You're a complete night owl. I called it. Her. Again. Not exactly. And repeat for 20 minutes or so until the girl usually snuck away. I knew a guy just like this. Thought he was good at reading people. Thought a girl wanted to suck dick because she was chewing a pencil. That's the point where you realize they just know themselves and are projecting like an IMAX theater. Trying to prove you're better than me at the things I'm good at. Or acting like the things I'm good at are silly in comparison to your hobbies and interests. You don't need to prove you're good enough for me. And if you did, making me feel speep is not the way to do it. Arrogance. Also, anyone who mentions the word alpha just loses me immediately. Throwing money around, I mean. I'm glad you're solvent, but I won't want to stay with you if you literally chuck money away to impress people. Even if that person is currently me. Whenever I hear someone say I'm an alpha, I can't help but to think I know exactly who they are, and it saves me so much time. Since it's an immediate sign for me to stay away. Bragging about having slept with everyone and their mother. Being a jerk or being cold and unaffectionate. I'm skinny. I can't help but be cold. No, mate. You aren't cold. You're cool. Always look at the bright side. If you make bank but all you can talk about is making bank. How else am I supposed to advertise my bank building business? Playing the macho man. Or playing the fake dom. Just relax and try to make us laugh. Playing the macho man. How do you feel about men who can successfully sing Macho Man at karaoke? Yes. Flexing your nothing is sexy about you pulling $300 out of your wallet to pay for our $12.75 meal at Burger King. Carrying huge wads of cash is definitely one of those used to mean you were rich but now just looks trashy things. Right? What morons. It needs to be invested. Where yo 401k at? The dickcopter. Though hilarious. It has no seductive qualities. Keep doing it though. I thought humor was one of the biggest turn-ons in the bedroom. I think humor is one of the big turn-ons that will get you into the bedroom. But once you're there, if you're cracking funnies the whole way through, that's going to kill the mood real quick. Following along with alpha/beta stuff is really unattractive. It's like people pretending to be wolves. Except that the alphas in a wolf pack are the parents because they're the damn parents and no other reason. It's like people pretending to be wolves. Furries? Money? Not like having a good salary. That's a good thing, I guess, but not always necessary. But useless display of money is, for me, so unattractive. I think the biggest turnoff is men talking about their finance on first dates and or making huge effort to make sure I'm aware of the price of their car, their clothes, etc. Make me feel like I'm just another thing they think they can buy. When I was a waiter, I loved those guys. They'd drop massive tips in order to show they had disposable income. And in a non-tipping country, anything that made those bonus bucks was awesome. My brother worked in a clothing store that sold suits and stuff for men. His biggest complaint was that her female coworkers made so much more money because guys like that would regularly come in and spend obscene amounts of money to impress a female salesperson. No one ever did that for my brother. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm a guy. But watching it secondhand was so incredibly strange and sad. When I was stationed in San Diego, there was a girl going to another schoolhouse on my base that I made friends with. And she in turn had me meet this guy she knew. He was actually really charming her for a while. Making her laugh, blush, talking her up. All of it. Then one day it was a complete 180. He tried to play the aloof, bad boy card. And it killed her interest in him. Hey man. Wanna go get ice cream with us? I guess I don't care. Okay. Well? Did you wanna do lunch tomorrow instead? I don't care. Whatever. He went from a guaranteed date to never talking to her again in the span of that single strange conversation. And it baffles me to this day. He wasn't mad at her or anything. He just switched personas or something. One of his immature friends no doubt told him to play it cool. The idea being is that if she's really interested, she'd pursue despite his being aloof. Kind of like the hard to get trope but gender swapped. Normally someone changes their strategy mid-game because they lost confidence in their original strategy. That doesn't make it any less normal. But that's the rationale behind it. I think the problem here is having a strategy. What's the point in developing a relationship by being fake? Either you have to keep doing that exact speed for the rest of your life, or your relationship is doomed when you reveal the real you. Being emotionless. Acting like you're invincible. Random NSFW pictures. I read a book recently where they discuss the whole golden rule idea. Treat other people how you would like to be treated. We should actually call that the silver rule. The golden rule should be treat other people how they would like to be treated. Makes a lot of sense when it comes to NSFW pics. I think a lot of guys would love to receive unsolicited NSFW pics. So in their mind they are treating you like they would want to be treated. If they put some thought into the other person's feelings, they would probably avoid looking like an asshole. Anything other than being a decent human being. Also, don't keep bothering someone if they said no. Many guys seem to think of as persistence is really just creepy and obsessive. Wearing too much cologne. Just shower and use clean clothes. Cologne is meant to be discovered, not announced. This is also true of perfume. Emo. All I get from the comments is basically don't be a dick. Which one would hope wasn't that common. Undefined. There's a difference being nice and a pushover. Guess what you are? Edit 2. I also never said that most guys act like this. Just that it was more common than I knew. Don't be a dick and don't send a dick. I feel like this should be on a poster on every street corner for some reason. Or at least to the degree of that old poster of the "We Can Do It" lady. Forcing dominance, aka being a dick to everyone within a 100 feet radius. You're not an alpha. Just an asshole. For me, it's bragging about your car. Also threatening to beat people up and constantly sizing up people. Unsolicited dick pics. While I was separated, it took so many peepable guys out of the running. Same here. I've talked to so many cute guys who seem normal and pick out of nowhere. This is so weird. I've never had the urge. Showing off. There's a certain male personality type that whenever any topic comes up, said male will boast about how much they know/have about the topic. They just look completely arrogant. So trivia night first date is a bad idea? Flexing your height. Especially when there's some delusion involved. Question from a short lad 5'4" or 1. 62 meters. Does height play much of a role in how attractive you find someone? I have no hope of ever even pretending to be taller than I am. Because no matter what I'm still short. Undefined. Swing for the fences, buddy. Go hit on some goddesses who are over 6 tall. They're probably more uncomfortable with their height than you are. And you'll have some easy conversation starters.